This domain is now online.
Surge and Umber, this is their last chance of both of these teams, a do or die moment for them to get themselves into the finals or completely drop out from this Tryout FUSE Cup. That's it. That's what we're watching, and that's why these stakes are so high for both of the teams involved here.
Yeah. Oh, Trundle is gonna gank top.
He's coming right in to clear out this wave, but because he's clearing out the wave, he's doing still so much damage. Doesn't have the flash. Trundle Pillar is used beautifully. Do we have the Renekton Q? No, because we don't need it. The Trundle is there to follow through with the eventual first blood.
He just bit the carrot.
Brom is here, going into a flashless Ziggs, but he's gonna be 1v1 in here, and now the headbutt onto the other side. Pulverizer to slow him down. Smolder has no HP. He has to be healed because of it. Now, denting blows, concussive blows, I think that's what it's called. Constantly disengaging anything this Brom can do.
Okay,
nice black
so
shield.
Ziggs kills.
Ziggs is going to do a lot of damage. Nice Pulverizer onto the Smolder here. He doesn't have the ability to escape up until he uses the barrier and flashes away. Morgana now dark binding the Brom, and the Dr. Mundo does have his. Goes where he pleases. Doesn't get CC'd for a single minute of that team fight. Now moving on to the Ziggs. Ziggs has flash. Does he use it? Doesn't need to. And a great team fight coming out. Dragon has been secured by Surge. Up in the top side, Renekton's going to have to flash away. The Massia's justice comes through swiftly onto Pobla.
As I said, I'm worried about the AD damage. When it comes to blue team, yo, you just won the game. Good job. Enjoy finals tomorrow. So our broadcast is over.
Is it
Thank
a
you
scheduled
everybody for showing up.
defeat?
Goodbye.
Or do they? I mean, they can't even contest these grubbies right now. And if you can't contest your grubbies, Renekton's coming over, but a little bit too late. One already down. Trundle in the front line onto the Brom, but Brom is going to be the target that you don't mind taking all this damage on. There's that Pulverizer onto the back line. The Renekton joining in. Doesn't quite have the damage that he wants to dish out quite yet. Trundle, however, is going to have to flash away. Still alive. Still ticking. Doesn't get hit by the nobody goes down aside from the Void Grubs.
And Void Grubs are still gonna go to blue team, as I said. This is the problem. Blue side has an actual team comp. Red side has a how do you win team comp.
5 minutes later.
The bottom half.
He's in danger.
Is bot lane.
Smolder, I mean, you're just gonna go down here, buddy. You can't do much about it. The Inferno, Mega Inferno, Bomber, Inferno, Bomber, Mega Inferno.
Down.
In a moment or two, if it's not already here. But also, who's rushing into those kills? They're Morgana looking for those solo shackles. Uncontestedly doing so. Beautiful pickup on this mid lane, Morgana, by the way, into the Hui. Okay, this could be very good. Do we have a Hex Flash? No, we have a normal Flash. And it looks like they're going to be able to hit that Pulverizer headbutt onto the two members. Smolder doesn't have the Flash, but he's got the flap. Brom has to run away, but again, going to go down into Subjugate, actually, in the end. Not even the Chomp.
The fact that he has really good true damage.
Ooh,
so
another 1v1. He's got the Infernal Mega Bomb. The barrier, actually, this time he turns it around. Ziggs bit too much. Then he could shoot but one more bomb. We'll do it. He doesn't have the vision in the brush, and he doesn't need it. He's got the range. Maximum dosage is available. And it looks like Dr. Mundo is on a bit of a risky one here. Spiraling Despair onto the Morgana. She's going to be almost taken out by Hui. She's not going to be able to do anything in this team fight aside from hitting another Dark Binding onto the Dr. Mundo, who's still healing away. But he has to run now. Has the flash, holding onto it. Trundle actually going to be punished in the end. Brom picking up that one. Okay, Ziggs has been engaged on, but again, it's just a Brom in the back line, so he doesn't have the damage to follow through. Alistar's going to find himself using his Unbreakable Will to escape a very fishy situation, but now the Brom is going to find himself in his instead. Smolder has arrived, and so much damage already going on to the dead Morgana and the Trundle maybe perhaps going to follow suit as well. Great little flash auto attack onto him. Herald is going to charge onto that second tier tower. And they may even get a kill onto the Alistar. Like you say, Black Widow on this Trundle needs to find himself perhaps in a side lane a little bit more often, but the 2v2, doing a lot of damage into the Trundle. Already Demacian sword and taken out. Renekton with his Dominus does a lot as well. Does he have a slice and dice? He does have the flash. He's not trying to go in after all of that. Why? Because maximum dosage is still available after all. In the end, nice fear onto the Alistar. Does Hui get a pickup onto him? No, he does not. Atakan is up and potentially able to be picked up, but it doesn't look like Surge wants to be doing any of that. They've got so much momentum. They're already ahead of this game. 7,000 gold lead here. How do you come back from such a deficit?
I have no expectations. Like, if blue team decides to run it down because they think it's a good fight, but it's not a good fight, and all of a sudden Amber comes back into this game, I will not be surprised in the slightest.
Even the Trundle trying to clear out some of this vision as goes where he pleases, denies that beautiful damage onto the Trundle. He is going to go down either way. Harold is very aggressive and maybe will be punished for it, but now the Dr. Mundo has arrived. He's got maximum dosage, trying to flash over the Dr. Mundo. Still doing so much damage into the Trundle. Now, I'm pretty sure their Mega Infernal Bomb onto the backline here. The Hui is going to go down onto the Morgana in the end. They're still fighting the top side. The Braum has now arrived. Dr. Mundo is on 10% HP, but at the end of this one, he's gonna be absolutely healthy, looking at a full bar instead.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal.
That is how simple it is, right? That is how simple it is.
And that's how simple it might be for the Dr. Mundo to make a trap and a bait onto none other but 4 members. This Garen is slicing through anything that this troll had to withstand. He's now down. They're taking Void Grubs, Atakan, 4 dragons. This game is over. Morgana's waiting for another charge onto the Demacian as Justice. Not before the Alistar has an engage, and it may be potentially looking to go and take him out, but no, because what is that damage? He's got Phantom's Dancer, he's got Last Whisperer, Stride Breaker slicing through the tank. 100%, and there is that engage onto the Black Shielded Morgana. She has some time to disengage, especially with the Pulverizer Alistar to disengage anything that's happening. Now Trundle trying to do some damage onto the...
Not this time.
That's taking a lot of damage from the tower, but it doesn't matter. Why? Because the tower's down, so is Morgana, and so much is befalling in front of us. Umber is out of the competition. They did not find the plays. They did not find the points they were looking to capitalize on in this entire competition. For a competition like this, where you have to go through such a trial of fire to get into even a point where you could be considered as a player within the Fuse esports, I implore you for that. Thank you so much, Umber, for showing up. It's not the end of the road for you guys. Remember, once we start doing scrims, you could be potentially brought back in, but it all depends on the grand finalists, the 5 players that win tomorrow. 6 p.m. CET Grand Finals best of 3. Make sure you're there for that one. Between Fuse Eden, 2 wins in a row, and Fuse Surge.